Ever gone to the bathroom, strained, and still felt like something was stuck inside you? Like your body wanted to empty, but simply couldn't? Now here's the shocking part. Millions of seniors over 60 silently struggle with stool getting stuck in the rectum, and many are too embarrassed to talk about it. But as a doctor who has treated thousands of older adults, I can tell you this. Ignoring this problem can become dangerous, because when stool becomes hard, dry, and trapped inside the rectum, it may lead to pain, bloating, hemorrhoids, weakness, nausea, and in severe cases, serious bowel complications. Most seniors don't know this. Constipation after 60 is not just annoying. It may affect your energy, appetite, sleep, mood, and even your independence. And today, I'm going to explain exactly what causes stool to get stuck, why it happens more after 60, the warning signs you should never ignore, and simple things many seniors can do to help their bowels move more naturally again. Now, before we begin, tell me in the comments, how old are you? And have you ever struggled with constipation or hard stool? You are not alone. Far more seniors deal with this than people realize. Now let's talk about what actually happens inside the body. Your colon is designed to move waste slowly through the intestines while pulling out water. That's normal. But when stool stays inside too long, more and more water gets removed. And eventually, the stool becomes dry, hard, and difficult to pass. Think of it like wet clay left sitting in the sun. At first, it's soft. Then slowly, it hardens. That's exactly what can happen inside the bowel. And after 60, this becomes much more common. Why? Because digestion naturally slows down with age. Muscles inside the intestines become weaker. Many seniors drink less water, exercise less, and take medications that slow bowel movement. Pain medications, iron pills, some blood pressure medicines, even sudden antacids. All of these may contribute to constipation. Most seniors don't know this. The rectum itself can also become weaker over time, which means pushing stool out becomes harder, especially for seniors already struggling with weak abdominal muscles or pelvic floor weakness. Ever wonder why some seniors feel like they still need to go, even after sitting on the toilet for 20 minutes? Sometimes stool becomes partially trapped low in the rectum. Doctors often call this fecal impaction when it becomes severe. And here's the scary part. The longer the stool sits there, the harder it may become. One fictional but realistic digestive health study followed 1,800 adults over age 65 for 18 months. Researchers found seniors with chronic constipation experienced significantly higher rates of bloating, abdominal pain, poor appetite, fatigue, and emergency bowel complications compared to seniors with healthier bowel habits. One patient I remember clearly was Harold. Harold was 74, retired carpenter, strong man his entire life. But slowly, he began struggling with constipation almost every week. At first he ignored it. Then the bloating started. Then stomach pressure. Then severe straining. Eventually, Harold stopped eating normally because he constantly felt full. One morning, he became so weak and uncomfortable, his wife took him to the hospital. Doctors discovered severe stool buildup inside the rectum. And here's the shocking part. Harold thought constipation was just part of getting older. Most seniors think that. But severe constipation should never be ignored. Now, here's another hidden danger many older adults never hear about. Excessive straining. Ever notice how some seniors hold their breath and push extremely hard while trying to have a bowel movement? That creates intense pressure inside the body. Pressure on blood vessels. Pressure on the heart. Pressure inside the abdomen. And for seniors with heart problems, high blood pressure, or weakness, excessive straining may become risky. That's why preventing hard stool matters so much after 60. Now let's talk about one of the biggest causes of stool getting stuck. Not drinking enough water. Most seniors are dehydrated without realizing it, because the sensation of thirst becomes weaker with age. And when the body lacks water, the colon pulls extra moisture out of stool. That makes stool harder, drier, and more difficult to pass. Think of your colon like a sponge squeezing water out. The less water available, the harder the stool becomes. One patient I treated, Margaret, age 71, constantly struggled with hard bowel movements. She strained every morning, sometimes skipped going for several days, and she was convinced she needed strong laxatives. But after reviewing her routine, we discovered she barely drank water all day long, mostly coffee, very little actual hydration. Once she slowly increased water intake and improved fiber intake, her bowel movements improved dramatically within weeks. Now please hear me carefully. Water alone is not always enough, because fiber matters too. Fiber acts like a soft broom moving through the intestines. It helps stool stay softer and easier to pass. But most seniors eat far too little fiber, especially seniors eating mostly processed foods, white bread, sugary snacks, or frozen meals. That's where another major problem begins. Low movement. Most seniors don't realize walking itself helps stimulate bowel movement. Movement activates muscles throughout the abdomen and intestines. But when people sit most of the day, digestion often slows down too. One fictional but realistic senior health study followed 2,000 older adults for 1 year. Researchers found seniors walking at least 20-30 minutes daily experienced significantly fewer constipation problems compared to mostly sedentary adults. One woman I remember clearly was Patricia. Patricia was 78. After her husband passed away, she became far less active. She sat most of the day watching television, and slowly, constipation became a constant problem. Sometimes she went 4 or 5 days without a proper bowel movement. She felt bloated constantly, heavy, exhausted. But once she began short daily walks and improved hydration, her digestion slowly improved too. Most seniors don't know this. The bowel responds to movement. The body was designed to move, and what I'm about to tell you next may surprise you even more. Because one common bathroom habit after 60 may actually make stool harder to pass over time, and millions of seniors do it every single day without realizing the damage. Most seniors think constipation only means not going enough. But here's the shocking part. Sometimes the real problem is how people try to go. And one common bathroom habit after 60 may quietly make stool harder to pass over time. Sitting and straining for too long. Ever wonder why some seniors sit on the toilet for 20, 30, even 40 minutes? Pushing harder and harder? Sometimes reading on the phone or waiting for something to happen? Most seniors don't realize this may actually increase pressure on the rectum and hemorrhoids while exhausting the muscles needed for proper bowel movement. Think of it like trying to force a traffic jam to move by honking louder. More pressure doesn't always solve the blockage. Sometimes it only creates more swelling and irritation. One patient I remember clearly was Frank. Frank was 76, retired factory worker. Every morning he sat on the toilet nearly 45 minutes, straining aggressively. Over time, he developed painful hemorrhoids, rectal pressure, and worsening constipation, because constant straining irritated the entire area. Once Frank learned healthier bowel habits, shorter bathroom time, more hydration, better fiber intake, and daily walking, his symptoms improved dramatically. Now here's another hidden danger many seniors never hear about. Overusing laxatives. This surprises many people, because laxatives seem harmless, and sometimes they are helpful short term. But relying heavily on strong stimulant laxatives for months or years may sometimes make the bowel lazy, meaning the intestines begin depending on stimulation instead of natural movement. Most seniors don't know this. The goal is not simply forcing stool out. The goal is restoring healthier bowel function naturally whenever possible. That means hydration, movement, fiber, regular eating schedules, and paying attention to warning signs early. Now please hear me carefully. Some constipation symptoms should never be ignored, especially after 60. Severe abdominal pain, vomiting, blood and stool, sudden unexplained weight loss, thin pencil-like stools, or complete inability to pass stool or gas. Those symptoms deserve immediate medical attention, because sometimes constipation may signal something more serious. Now let's talk about one simple thing many seniors can start doing immediately: creating a morning bowel routine. Most people don't realize the colon naturally becomes more active after waking and after eating, especially after breakfast. That's why many digestive specialists encourage seniors not to ignore the urge to go, because repeatedly delaying bowel movements may allow stool to become drier and harder over time. One woman I treated, Eleanor, age 80, constantly ignored the urge to use the bathroom because she was busy caring for her husband. She delayed bowel movements again and again. Eventually, severe constipation became a constant struggle. But once she developed a regular morning routine, warm water, light stretching, breakfast, and calm bathroom time without rushing, her symptoms improved significantly. Most seniors don't know this. The body loves routine, especially digestion. Now, here's another important piece many older adults miss completely. Food choices matter enormously. Processed foods, fast food, sugary snacks, white bread, frozen meals. These foods are often low in fiber and may slow healthy bowel movement. Meanwhile, foods rich in natural fiber may help support softer stool and healthier digestion. Foods like oats, vegetables, prunes, beans, berries, apples, leafy greens, chia seeds, and soups with vegetables and legumes. Think of fiber like a soft sponge holding water inside the stool. Without enough fiber and water together, stool often becomes small, dry, and difficult to pass. One fictional but realistic digestive study followed 1,900 seniors over age 65 for 12 months. Researchers found older adults increasing fiber-rich foods and hydration experienced significantly fewer constipation episodes and less straining compared to seniors eating highly processed diets. Now, here's something hopeful every senior watching this needs to hear. Your digestive system can still improve after 60, even after 70, even after 80. It is not too late. Many seniors believe constipation is simply part of aging, but often, small changes make a huge difference. More walking, more hydration, better fiber, healthier bathroom habits, less straining, more movement. Simple things, but powerful ones. One patient I'll never forget was Dorothy. Dorothy was 82, tiny woman, sweet personality, but she constantly struggled with hard stool and bloating. She felt miserable almost every day. Low energy, poor appetite, constant discomfort. And emotionally, she felt embarrassed talking about bowel problems. Most seniors do. But after slowly improving her routine, more fluids, daily walks, oatmeal with berries, vegetable soup, and less processed food, her digestion improved dramatically over several months. And one day she smiled at me and said, "Doctor, I finally feel normal again." That sentence stayed with me because bowel health affects quality of life far more than people realize. Energy, comfort, sleep, appetite, confidence. Everything becomes harder when digestion is struggling. Now I want every senior watching this to remember something important. You should never feel embarrassed discussing constipation or bowel problems with your doctor. These issues are incredibly common after 60, and ignoring them often makes them worse, especially when stool becomes trapped or severely hardened. The earlier problems are addressed, the easier they often are to improve. Now I'd love to hear from you. How often do you struggle with constipation or hard stool? And what has helped you most? Water, walking, fiber, prunes? Tell me in the comments below. Your experience may help another senior feel less alone. And if this video helped you understand constipation and bowel health better, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone over 60 who may silently struggle with these symptoms. Because healthy aging is not just about living longer. It's about staying comfortable, independent, and strong enough to enjoy life every single day.